Today our topic is why Stoicism is the ultimate survival philosophy. Life is full of challenges, and sometimes it feels like the world is against us. We face problems at work, in relationships, with our health, and even within ourselves. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, lost, or even broken. But what if there was a way to face these challenges with strength, calm, and clarity? What if there was a philosophy that could help us not just survive, but thrive, no matter what life throws at us? That philosophy is Stoicism. Stoicism is not about being emotionless or cold. It's about understanding what we can control and what we cannot, and focusing our energy on the things that truly matter. It's about finding peace in the middle of chaos and building resilience that lasts a lifetime. Let me explain why Stoicism is the ultimate survival philosophy and how it can change your life. First, let's talk about control. One of the core ideas of Stoicism is that some things are within our control and some things are not. For example, we cannot control the weather, the past, or how other people behave. But we can control how we react to these things. We can control our thoughts, our actions, and our attitude. This simple idea is incredibly powerful because it helps us stop wasting energy on things we cannot change. Instead, we focus on what we can do, and this gives us a sense of power and purpose. Imagine you are stuck in traffic. You cannot control the traffic, but you can control how you react. You can get angry and stressed, or you can accept the situation and use the time to listen to music, think, or relax. Stoicism teaches us to choose the second option, and this makes life much easier. Another important idea in Stoicism is acceptance. Life is unpredictable, and bad things will happen. People will disappoint us, plans will fail, and we will face pain and loss. Stoicism does not tell us to ignore these things or pretend they don't hurt. Instead, it teaches us to accept them as part of life. This acceptance does not mean giving up or being passive. It means understanding that suffering is a natural part of being human, and that we can grow stronger by facing it. When we accept the reality of a situation, we stop fighting against it, and this gives us the clarity to find solutions and move forward. For example, if you lose your job, you can spend your energy being angry and blaming others, or you can accept the situation, learn from it, and start looking for new opportunities. Stoicism helps us choose the second path, and this is how we survive and thrive. Stoicism also teaches us about resilience. Life is hard, and it will test us in many ways. But Stoics believe that every challenge is an opportunity to grow. When we face difficulties, we have a choice. We can let them break us, or we can use them to become stronger. Stoicism encourages us to see obstacles as training for our mind and character. For example, if you are going through a tough time at work, instead of seeing it as a failure, you can see it as a chance to develop patience, problem-solving skills, and emotional strength. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who was born a slave, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it, that matters." This idea reminds us that we have the power to turn challenges into opportunities, and this is the key to survival. Another reason Stoicism is the ultimate survival philosophy is that it teaches us to focus on what truly matters. In today's world, we are often distracted by things that don't really add value to our lives. We worry about money, fame, or what other people think of us. But Stoicism reminds us that these things are not important. What matters is our character, our values, and how we treat others. Stoics believe that true happiness comes from living a virtuous life, which means being honest, kind, brave, and wise. When we focus on these things, we stop chasing external rewards and start finding peace within ourselves. For example, instead of trying to impress others with expensive clothes or a fancy car, You can focus on being a good friend, a loving family member, or a helpful colleague. This shift in focus not only makes life simpler, but also gives us a deeper sense of fulfillment. Stoicism also teaches us about gratitude. It's easy to take things for granted and focus on what we don't have. But Stoics believe that we should appreciate what we have, even if it's small. This attitude of gratitude helps us stay positive and resilient, even in difficult times. For example, if you are having a bad day, instead of focusing on the problems, you can take a moment to appreciate the good things in your life, like your health, your loved ones, or even a beautiful sunset. This simple practice can change your perspective and help you find joy in the present moment. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, who was a Roman emperor, wrote in his journal every night about the things he was grateful for. This habit helped him stay grounded and focused, even in the middle of his many responsibilities and challenges. Another important lesson from Stoicism is the idea of impermanence. Everything in life is temporary, both the good and the bad. Stoics remind us that nothing lasts forever, and this helps us stay balanced. When things are going well, we can enjoy them without becoming too attached, because we know they won't last. And when things are difficult, we can find comfort in the fact that they will eventually pass. This idea helps us avoid extreme emotions like excessive joy or despair, and instead it helps us stay calm and steady. For example, if you are going through a difficult breakup, you can remind yourself that the pain will not last forever, and that new opportunities will come. This perspective makes it easier to endure hard times and keep moving forward. Finally, Stoicism teaches us about the importance of community and helping others. While Stoicism is often seen as a philosophy of self-reliance, it also emphasizes the value of human connection. Stoics believe that we are all part of a larger whole, and that we have a responsibility to contribute to the well-being of others. This sense of purpose and connection gives our lives meaning, and helps us feel less alone. For example, if you are feeling lost or unhappy, you can find comfort and strength by helping someone else. Whether it's volunteering, supporting a friend, or simply being kind to a stranger, these actions remind us that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. This is why Stoicism is not just a survival philosophy for individuals, but also a guide for building stronger, more compassionate communities. In conclusion, Stoicism is the ultimate survival philosophy because it gives us practical tools to face life's challenges with strength, calm, and clarity. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot, and find meaning in every situation. It helps us build resilience, practice gratitude, and stay connected to others. Life will always be unpredictable and difficult, but with Stoicism, we can learn to navigate it with wisdom and courage. Whether you are facing a personal crisis, a professional challenge, or just the everyday stresses of life, Stoicism offers a path to peace and fulfillment. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed, remember the lessons of Stoicism. Focus on what you can control. Accept what you cannot. And find strength in every challenge. This is how you survive, thrive, and live a meaningful life.